introduce now my colleague, Ariadna Rodenstein, who is Program Manager at the MIT Startup Exchange. And she will continue with the next part of this presentation that will include two of our startups in the area of sustainability. So, Ariadna.
Jose, thank you so much. Good to be here and welcome everybody wherever you might be today. So we'll move on to the more fast-paced lightning talks. Again, I'm Ariadna Rodenstein, Program Manager with Startup Exchange. And shortly, you're going to hear from two very exciting and very different startups, all members of Startup Exchange. They are working on very novel solutions for problems that could really be applied and that we find in the real world, as you will see. And also especially at a time when sustainability efforts and cost reduction are crucial. But first, I will give a brief introduction of our program. So MIT Startup Exchange was created to support MIT-connected startups as they grow, expand, and solve some of the world's greatest challenges. And we do this by fostering partnerships and collaboration between the startups and industry, primarily members of the Industrial Liaison Program, as Jose mentioned, our ILP, who are represented by so many of you here today, and also the MIT innovation ecosystem and beyond. The startups in our program have a very strong connection to the Institute. They may be based on MIT licensed technology or founded by MIT faculty, staff, or alumni. And they may also be vetted by some of our MIT peers, including the Engine, Start Nano, and CSAIL Startup Connect Plus. Our program has around 1,000 startups, and they usually join at pilot stage or beyond. And of course, they may represent any sector and any geography. Here you can see in bold some of the trending technologies of the startups and those to be represented by the startups presenting to you today. Of course, we start with AI and ML, big data and analytics, and sustainability. So when it comes to value, everything that we do at Startup Exchange is really to provide exposure opportunities and connections for the startups with industry. And we do this in a very customized approach. I hope everyone will be taking advantage of the benefits that you can see here on the screen. These include, when we launch calls for startups, we call these opportunities, and they're based on a corporate's priorities and internal challenges. And startups can apply on our website, and if selected, they can work with you as an ILP member to help you solve a problem that you may be facing in your industry. We also host one-on-one meetings, virtual demo days, other webinars like today, and conferences locally and internationally. And for these, we have startup lightning talks and exhibits. And we also create workshops and trainings, sometimes in conjunction with our peers. And so with that, let's hear from the startups. Each speaker will present for 5 minutes, and then we will have Q&A for 2 minutes. So I ask again that you pose your questions to the Q&A tab, and I will get to as many of those as possible. Let's keep this interactive and dynamic.